Okay, so I'm Angeline, and I was married to Stu McNish, one of his nephews, in 1980 when I came from Holland. So Dutch girl met a young Canadian, got married in 3 weeks type of thing, which is actually true. So so I know the Kelsey family for about 32 years or 33 years, okay, a long time anyway. So Ian was always a wonderful man. He always cared. He always was interested in how you were, remembered every little detail of what you've done in your life. And so I met up with Ian again, I think it was about a year ago, when his wife was quite ill. And I work in a hospital and manage the whole patient flow. So I knew there was a patient to come back from VGH by the name Doreen Kelsey. So I looked her up, and the address was actually West Vancouver, and I'm going, that's not the same Doreen Kelsey I know, because they used to live in Point Grey. And but then I looked at the next of kin was Ian Kelsey. I went, oh, that is coincidental. So let me call Ian and see if that's the Ian I know. So I called Ian up and I said, is this Ian Kelsey? Is that the Ian Kelsey I know? This is Angeline. He says, oh, Angeline, how are you doing? This and that and the other. So he was quite happy to hear from me. I said, I'm bringing your wife back from VGH. He said, oh, thank you so much. So that's when we reconnected again after all these years. And then it was a couple months ago, I noticed he was in and out of the hospital with some heart failure. And so over the last month, when he was not doing too well, he was coming in quite frequently. And so I manage in sort of a surge unit or overcapacity unit, where I try to fast track him in all the time when he came to the emergency department. And he said, oh, there you are. He always saw me, and then he was discharged after a couple of days because he was feeling a bit better. And but he knew every time he came to the hospital that I was there for him. And one time I was on my way to the emergency department because I noticed he was down there, and it was at the end of the hall, and I heard his voice saying, Angeline, there you are. I said, how do you know it's me? And he says, I recognize the swagger, he said to me. And you know, he still always had a good sense of humor, and he was always a charmer still. So and I spent quite a bit of time when he was in hospice, and it's we shared some really nice moments together, and he was always a wonderful man to me. I loved him very much.